Hey, everybody, and welcome to Church Girl Rants. Yay! We are
Yay!
so excited to have you all here on this terrific Tuesday. Hope you all are doing well. Hope that life is treating you kind, and we're so excited to always be
Mm-hmm.
able to come to you. For those of you that are joining for the first time, hey! Say hello in the comments and let us know where you're joining from. And let us know who invited you to join us. I know you see there's a space missing, but she is coming in. Y'all say a prayer. She
Yeah.
just had a slight mishap right before we went live, but she will be joining
Mm-hmm.
us soon. But my name is Cheryl, and in the middle we have Lady Chrissy.
Hello, hello.
And then soon we will have Lady Sharon joining us as well. And we are the hosts of Church Girl Rants. We rant, talk, discuss, chop up everything in church culture, pop culture. We talk a lot about
Mm-hmm.
relationships, what it is to be a black single Christian woman in today's society. And so I know y'all saw what we're talking about on
Mm-hmm.
tonight. So I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to try to here she is. I was gonna try to talk until she could jump in on us. Let's see. I know I saw her, but she disappeared again. I was gonna try to kind of chat amongst ourselves until she gets in because
Yeah,
I know she wants to be in on
on this
this.
one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know she wants to be in on this. We initially entitled it "Guess Who's Coming to Dinner" because we want to talk about bringing your real selves. Here she is. Yay! She
Yay!
made it. She made
Hi.
it.
Oh my God.
Lift your hands and tell him thank you.
Yes, Lord.
You
Thank you,
know what?
Jesus.
I look, since this is the topic that I wanted to discuss, I think Beelzebub is mad.
Well, we were
He,
having small talk amongst ourselves because I said I know she wants to talk about it, so we're gonna kind of just talk a little bit until she comes on.
oh, look, but then look, well, I'm gonna take one for the team because
Oh no, she
that was
froze.
crazy. Uh-oh. And uh-oh.
It
Yeah, you.
could be the
See,
Okay,
it
okay,
could
there
be
you
the
go.
area too.
Yeah,
I
reception.
know. It could be the reception or it
Reception.
could be my laptop.
Well, we believe in God that the
That's
laptop is
right.
fine.
It's
In
healed.
Jesus'
Hallelujah.
name. Yes.
We
Healed,
speak
dry,
healing to
and
the lot.
good.
Yeah, we
So
speak
here's
healing to that
here's the thing
laptop.
that I think is happening. God has blessed me and graced me these
Mm-hmm.
past 2 weeks to get some new things.
Uh-huh.
And this laptop is one of them.
Right.
So as you can see, we just had that big spiel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, God also blessed me, and I have not said this online because you know folks don't always praise him with you.
We praise him with you.
We will.
But God just blessed me with my dream car after 22 years of driving the same thing.
Yay! Oh
Woo!
yes! Oh yes!
So
Yay!
Hey.
I have, to me, is a brand new BMW 5
Boom!
Series.
Boop boop!
Nice.
Ooh, yay! I'm so happy for
Go
Yes.
you.
head
So she
on.
is black beauty. It's
Boop
black
boop.
on black. And so while I was driving it, something hit my windshield.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Only had it for a week. Hit my windshield and boop, spread.
Oh wow. But if
So
it's your
I,
windshield, that's automatically covered, right?
with insurance, after
Okay.
deductible, BMW, five
Really?
series. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. I thought that was on most
Wow.
cars just because I know in Florida I think it's against the law to drive with the cracked windshield. So insurance here it's automatic. I don't think it's even a deductible. They're gonna cover it.
It used to be with SF. I don't know whether I should be giving them kudos unless unless they gonna send some sponsorship dollars.
There you go.
Um, but yes, so they used to fix the windshields for free.
Right.
Um, but they don't do that
Oh,
anymore.
wow.
So
Wow.
now it's under comprehensive or something.
Okay. Okay. Comprehensive
So
Okay.
coverage. Okay.
yeah, so y'all pray everything that I
Jesus'
have
name.
that God has blessed me
Yes.
with, the enemy has
It's trying.
attacked it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Everything.
We are praying.
And so but he thought he was gonna steal my witness. You won't steal my witness,
No.
as the Kojic Pentecostal say. You won't steal my witness, baby. Mm-mm,
No, sir. No, sir.
mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm.
sir.
I'm still gonna praise him.
Did you anoint everything? Did you anoint the car? Did you anoint the
Yes, I have
laptop?
prayed. I have prayed over everything, laid
Mm-hmm.
hands on it. God gave me the word to get it because these were
Mm.
some big purchases.
Yeah, they
Yes.
are.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. Them beavers ain't no joke.
So I was spinning around, touching myself, talking about neighbor, oh neighbor.
Well, we decree
That's
and we
awesome.
declare that everything that
Yes.
you
Amen.
own is covered by the blood of Jesus.
Covered
And
by
we
Amen.
the
cancel
blood.
every
Yes,
assignment
God.
of the
Thank you,
enemy
Lord.
right now
Oh,
on
Jesus.
anything
Yes,
that
God.
Amen.
pertains to you, that God will cover
Yes.
it, bless, and
Yes.
keep it and
Yes.
Yes.
multiply it so that you'll get
Yes.
more.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Not
Yes. Yes. Yes.
double.
Yes.
uh,
Amen.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Amen. I
Jesus.
thank
Amen.
you.
yes.
Amen.
Thank
Mm-mm.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Well,
Yes.
I'm so happy for you, Sharon. I'm so happy
I
for
Thank
am
you.
you.
too.
Yes,
Well
yes.
22
deserved.
years.
Well
And y'all,
deserved.
Wow.
I drove my Navigator just like the children of Israel walked around in their shoes.
Girl, you gonna make me choke.
That's that, that's how long I drove my Navigator. They were like the children of Israel, shoes and clothes. It did not wear out
Wow.
though. When I tell you God kept that car, no new motor, no new transmission,
Wow.
just
That's a
Okay.
blessing.
It's a
right,
That
blessing.
right.
is.
And so now we're gonna send it to charity. Praise the Lord. We're gonna let
Okay.
somebody else,
That's good. That's
you know,
good.
come from the bus stop and
There you go.
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
That's
So
awesome.
good.
Awesome. I'm so
That's
glad for
awesome.
you. Glad
Excited
for
for
you.
you.
Yes,
yeah, but I'm
yes.
excited
Definitely.
about this topic.
And
Yes.
we are, and I didn't say this, you all, when we jumped on. If you know a single woman, I want you to share this broadcast tonight. Whether you are on YouTube or whether
Hmm.
you are on Facebook, share this one. This is going to be a keeper.
Yeah.
This is going to be a keeper. So make sure that you share and let them know that you want them on. Not just that we are doing this, but you want them to actually join us as well. And I
Yeah.
also want to, and I forgot to do it last week, I want to also mention that although we go live on Facebook, this broadcast only lives on Facebook for 24 hours. And then
Hmm.
it moves to YouTube and it lives in perpetuity on YouTube. So make sure that if you've watched it and you want to watch it again, or you send somebody else to it, send them to my YouTube channel and they can
Yes.
watch it there. So you have live in 24 hours to watch it here, and then it's going to live on YouTube. So I'll try to say that every time, but sometimes I forget. But I
Yeah.
wanted to preface that before we jump into our topic on tonight. And
Wait, I
before
need
we
to
go
where my
ahead.
people at? Where my people tonight? Because I hadn't shared it yet.
Okay, go ahead and share it. Let me see. I shared it
I
earlier.
shared it. I shared it.
Y'all shared it already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, because mm,
All right. Maybe they'll come on in. Let's see. Yeah, maybe they'll come on in. But
okay.
let me ask this question. We're talking about showing up as you. I remember several years ago, the saying became really popular, especially in relationship circle, about bringing your representative
Right.
into
Hmm.
the relationship and not yourself. And so we're going to jump into our question of the day before we get into this main topic. It's going to pertain to what we're talking about. And so I want to ask everyone that's watching and all the ladies here, have you ever brought your representative into a relationship instead of yourself? Have you ever been guilty of having your representative show up and not you?
Chrissy, look, Chrissy.
See how she just throw you on the chopping block?
I know, right? That's not fair.
Ah,
Have you?
Listen, I'm
look,
actually up
wait,
here trying
Cheryl, I
to think.
should have said, Pastor. What's your answer, Pastor?
See, they always do that to you. See? Mm-mm.
Oh God, no,
That's
I was really trying to think. Have I ever brought a representative in, or just kind of been myself? I'm just trying to think. Well, I know when I was trying to get one guy, I was in the gym. Well, not trying to get him like that. I don't want to sound, but I was in the gym more than I ever had been in the gym. I was going to the gym every single day, every day. Listen,
this is
listen.
my
I
routine.
listen. I did. I was at the gym every day, and then on Saturdays because he was athletic, I'd be out there jogging on the track with him. And I don't do that stuff. I don't do no jogging, and I had to have my asthma pump and everything ready in case he stopped.
Say just in case I pass out, just in case I can't hardly breathe.
But I was doing a lot of extra stuff that I had not done.
Okay.
But
Wow.
it worked.
She said it worked. Boom, there.
That's
Hey, Lori.
hilarious.
Thanks so much for joining.
Hi,
Lori
Laurie.
says no, she's never done that before.
Hello, Lori.
Okay, well, since
Well,
Sharon don't want to answer, I'll answer. Yes, I
yeah,
have.
your turn.
Yes. I will not lie. My representative has shown up in full force. And I'll tell you why. I was intimidated
Hmm.
by this particular person I was dating. And
Okay.
I
Mm.
thought in my mind that this person wanted a certain kind
Hmm.
of woman. And so I was like, well, look like I might need to make some adjustments. And
Okay.
so for fear that this
Hmm.
person wouldn't accept me fully as who I was, yeah, I did. I'm not even gonna lie, I did bring my representative. So yeah, I've been guilty. Sorry, guilty.
Yeah. So what had happened was, so here's the thing. I don't know whether I actually brought my representative or was I just on my best behavior.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, your best behavior.
He said my
Okay.
best behavior.
So I'm not sure whether it was a representative. I just think that I was on my best behavior. I was, I was talking the correct way and,
Mhm.
putting my hands under the table, not having my elbows on the table.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
you get the
I don't
good
know.
Sharon.
I know, right? I don't know whether I have a representative. I probably do, but I think for me, the majority of the time is I'm just on my best behavior. I just do the act right thing.
Right.
That's
Okay.
not all the time. Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm.
Okay. Lori says that's why you have to be you because it will come out.
Yeah,
You
it
can you
will.
can
Well,
only
Lord,
pretend for so long.
right.
For so
You can
long.
only
So
pretend
long.
for so long.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
it is best to be you, but I have been guilty of thinking I had to be
But
a certain way.
but
Um,
Nick, isn't it fun though? Sometimes you're Beyonce, sometimes you're Sasha Fierce.
okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
It's
And
fun.
here's y'all think it was fun. It wasn't fun for me.
It was fun
It
because I was doing stuff that I had not done before. I mean, I was outside of
see.
my comfort zone. Then I started saying, "Hey, well, this is something different. I'm not used to it, but I'm liking it. I could get used to it." It did,
Okay.
Right.
but it didn't last long after we got together. That was just the intro.
I ain't going
That
today.
was the introduction while we was dating.
I'm not going running today. Okay.
But do you think, Cheryl, that it didn't feel good to you because you had to work so hard at being or doing something different?
That's good.
And for me, I don't like fake. I don't like phony. I don't know how to be
Okay.
fake, and I don't know how to be phony. So it was work,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm good at being me, and
Yeah.
so I could never relax
Right.
in the relationship. I could never like fully like. I was always kind of anxious, wondering like, oh, did I say that right? Or did that, I mean,
Yeah.
it was that kind of thing. And so he didn't get the full beauty of who I am.
Right.
Mhm.
and
That's
and
true.
and I robbed myself of relaxing and totally, being myself and having fun with the relationship, whether it went, long or whether it was short. And so
Yeah.
it was just exhausting. I'll put it like that. It was
Yeah.
exhausting trying to, fit in what I thought that person wanted. Hey, Phaedra.
Hey there. That one of my
Hello.
people. Praise the Lord. Y'all running a little behind today.
They coming. They coming. In the name of Jesus, send them in.
Come
Yes,
on,
Lord.
Jesus. Yeah, I think when you have to work at it, Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
it does get tiring
Yep.
because it's
Hmm.
it's almost like what I say, people have to be on. You
Right.
always have to be on.
Yes.
And that
Yes.
That's
can
true.
definitely be exhausting when you always got to be on. And I think that's the one thing that I say too about some of us that are in the church. We
Hey, Jamila.
always got to be on.
Yeah.
And why can't I just show up as Lori? I think it was Lori said, why can't I just be my authentic self?
Right.
Yeah.
Some days that's really, really good, authentic Sharon. Some days that's bad, authentic Sharon. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
either way, it's authentic. And why do I
Yeah.
have to be judged? And I think I hope that we talk about that because some people show up as their representative because they've
Hmm.
been judged so much
Mm-hmm.
to fit
Hmm.
into this mold of
Right.
who they are not.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
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 Hey,
So,
Jamelia.
so, so, so to add to that, that's my friend Jamila Bing. She's an author and
Hey,
also a
Jamila.
musical artist.
All right,
Yeah.
musical artists and
Um.
artists, welcome.
So I wanted to add
Woo!
to that. Look at Sharon.
We gonna let
So,
Jamila
so,
sing.
oh gosh. So, and then listening to this, so it's almost like when we're sending our representative in, it's like we're living a lie.
Oh, it was a lie.
And yeah, yeah.
It's a
And
lie.
so, and we know what it is when you tell a lie,
Hmm.
you gotta keep that
Keep
lie
it
going.
up.
You gotta work
Right.
hard, and if you could just really be your, like Sharon said, your authentic self, and just tell the truth and just be who you are, you won't have to work so hard to keep, and it's best and it's best just to be yourself.
Right.
It really is because someone's gonna like you just for you being yourself instead of trying to live a lie and being something that you're not. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. And
Absolutely.
here,
And Lori says, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
She says, possibly you were looking at who he was or trying to discern who he
That's it.
is. Um, it was likely my perception of who he was, not because I didn't really know him like that yet. We were, just started. This was at the beginnings. When we were getting to know
Beginning.
one another, right? And so it was my false perception of who this person was, and me thinking that this type of man is looking for this type
Type of woman.
of woman. And so
Whew.
I was, and it was just such, stinking, erroneous thinking, um, that I did it. And now it didn't last long because I was like, just whatever. This is it. But yeah, it was who I thought. It wasn't who
Right.
he was actually, but it was who in
Yeah.
my mind I made up this. This is a Yonda. I made up this story in my mind about who he was.
Oh,
And
oh,
so
jeez.
I went with that, and that's not who he was. I was glad to learn later
Yeah.
and we were able to progress further in the relationship because that's not who he was and that's not what he was looking for, and so I could just like
Mhm.
relax and be who I really was. But
Mhm.
initially I typecast this particular
Yeah.
person and thought I had to behave a certain way, and that yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
puts us in a very precarious situation to where we go home and it's almost like a girdle.
Hmm.
You know, you put on the girdle, you put
Yeah.
everything in, you all fine and tight and got it
Can't
right and
move,
everything. And
can't
then when you
breathe.
get home, it's like, take that sucker off. It's like, boom.
Plow.
Pow! It just goes everywhere.
Stuff just
Let
come out
loose.
like boom, boom. It's almost like the clumps. What's that movie Eddie Murphy was in? Uh,
Yes.
the the one with Respucia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he
Oh.
Oh, Norbit. Norbit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Norbit. Yeah. So here's the thing though. Are some people sending out their representative though because that's who they desire to be? And this is the person that, helps them to get to that person. So they see that
Mhm.
they want to make a change, but
Hmm.
nothing ever pushes them to make that change. So when this person comes in their life who seems to have it all good and it's going really well, or they look like they have it all together, so it pushes them to act in a certain way and talk in a certain way and carry themselves in a certain way because at the
Mhm.
end that's really who they desire to be. They just don't have that person that will push them into or help catapult them into that particular area. So could it be that as well?
It could be for some, but I will say at that, um, for me, it was
Mhm.
just exactly what Leslie said. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't value, or I didn't know my value. I didn't know my worth. And so I thought I had to show up as somebody else so that this
Yeah.
person could deem me valuable. I wasn't mature enough to know that I am perfect just like I am, and any
Yeah.
man that would be attached to me would have a
Right.
jewel. And so
Mhm.
it was me not understanding my worth. It was me not knowing my value, and it was me not knowing who I was. I wasn't
Mhm.
confident enough at that time to stand in my own isness and say,
I get
this is
that.
who
Mhm.
I am. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I wasn't aspiring. I wasn't trying to like, oh, this is who I want to be. No, this is like who I think you want. and
That's it.
that's what that was. I think you want this kind of woman, and I'm gonna try to be her right now.
Right.
and I,
That's
Right.
what I
epic fail.
that's exactly what I did because this particular gentleman, he was super fine. He was new to my city. I mean, they either thought that he was an NFL player, stripper, or had just got out of prison. It was just because
Oh
he had
my.
the muscles. He just was real fine. So I went, I mean, I was doing stuff from I went and got the gym membership. I went and brought all the exercise gear. I even went and got a tennis balls and tennis rackets so we could play
What?
tennis. I
What?
was, I done did. I mean, I went above and beyond because he was athletic. So it's like, well, let me go do all this athletic stuff. Sharon, why are you laughing?
She
So
cracking up,
I
ain't
did.
she?
I
She said,
did.
you
I
need
did.
Serena?
I
Here you
became.
go.
I became athletic because he was athletic. See, I
Right.
didn't play no sports. I didn't play no sports at all in high school. Neither did I play it in college. But it was because of this particular man, how fine he was, and because he was an athlete. I went above and beyond. I became Miss Athletic. I became Miss Athletic. I was doing all it, and out there playing tennis too. I sure was. Out of
You
breath, but I
you
did it.
you went way beyond. You went to Mars, boo.
She said, oh,
Did
I'm
you
going to
have
get
your
this man. Okay.
right? Did you have your receipt so you could take all that stuff back once?
No, listen, no, no.
What, let me ask you this as we're talking about it.
Whew.
One of our questions was, why do you think we find it so difficult just to be ourselves when we're embarking on a new relationship? Why is it hard to just bring who you really are into that relationship?
Because it could be, well, for me it could be intimidating to some. And I
Mhm.
think that's been the biggest problem, because I notice a lot of the gentlemen that have liked me, they would end up like, after just saying that they like me and they were interested, they were like, well, I really think you need this kind of guy. And that's all what I would hear a lot. Well, you need this kind of guy. And then one gentleman say, I think you really intimidate a lot of men because you've achieved this and you're doing this, and
Mhm.
they just don't know if they're gonna be able to measure up. And I'm saying, oh, here we go. So then I've been trying to just, so I've been just trying to do like a blend in, like, I can blend
Mhm.
in. But in all actuality, I mean, I love certain things. I love politics. I mean, that's stuff that I really like. I can have conversations with you on that kind of stuff. So I have to downplay all that when I'm talking to certain people, just,
Mhm.
so I can kind of blend in, you know,
Right.
and not seem like I'm so here, up, here. So yeah.
Right.
Look
Yeah,
at Sharon.
I get it. It's not good because, and I'm just going, and y'all tell me if y'all think I'm off. But I think that the man God has for you is gonna love that about you, that you
Yeah.
are cultured in a different way, that you love talking
Mm-hmm.
about politics. It doesn't mean that he's gonna have to love talking about politics,
That's
but
exactly.
he's not gonna feel intimidated that that's an interest of yours. He's not gonna feel like you have to diminish,
Mm-hmm.
just to be with him. And because I don't think that's
Mm-hmm.
God's will for you to have to, I gotta shrink so that you can feel okay, but that you can be
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of who Chrissy is, and that
Yeah.
right man is gonna love all of that. That's just my
Yeah.
take on
Yeah.
it.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
I saw
Sharon,
Sharon's face.
Sharon, you've been kind of quiet now. We've been, listen.
I'm still on buying all the athletic gear. I'm sorry. That right there,
I did. I did. I sure did.
Sharon said she
cause
ain't buying no tennis rackets and balls
I can
and
just imagine you going in the store and buying all this stuff.
Yep.
But but here's the thing, Chrissy. I've also gotten that, same line of you're intimidating.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's, I don't tell a lot of people, men or women or whoever asks me, I don't tell a lot of people that I'm in ministry.
Right.
Mm,
If you find out, you find out. If you don't, you don't. I'm
I
good
gotcha.
either way. And
Right.
I don't use a title usually because it's just
Mm-hmm.
like I'm gonna go by my government name, Sharon. That's
Mhm.
my government name. So, but
Yeah.
I've also gotten had that statement of you're intimidating. And I thought about the same thing that you did, of trying to transition to kind of fit
Yeah.
in the crowd and things of that nature. But I thought about it and I'm going, wait a minute. For a lot of this stuff, I paid a price.
Mhm.
Yep.
I paid a
Exactly.
price to learn this wisdom. I
Mhm.
paid a price to understand how to
Exactly.
articulate and pronunciate my words. I
Mhm.
paid a
Exactly.
price to, get to know who I am.
Right.
I went through some things to get the wisdom that I do. I listen, I read, I make sure that I stay up on current events and so on and so forth. So there's a cost to what I do.
Yes.
And
Right.
so
Yes.
why in the world would I pay that heavy price and
Mm-hmm.
then say, "Oh yeah, but for you because you cute." Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That
Mm-mm.
would be a
Exactly.
hard no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard no. So you have gone through some things. I figured I've gotten my bachelor's degree. I went back and got my master's degree. I
Mm-hmm.
paid for it and still paying for it. So
Mhm.
I am going
Mm-hmm.
to use all of what I have ascertained in the educational system. And I don't think that it's fair for me to have to, transition or change myself. Now, I'm not going to be one that's arrogant.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
not going to put
Right.
anybody down.
That's right.
Trust me, I can talk ebonics like the best of them.
Me too.
Can't we all?
Me
Yeah.
too.
So, but here's the thing that I always say. So in Atlanta, they had two areas. One is called Bankhead and one is called
Yeah.
Buckhead.
Mhm.
Bankhead is where you better get your stuff. You better know what you rolling with. You know, Buckhead is hello. How are you? Fine. Thank you for asking. So I told him, I said, I can be Bankhead or I can be Buckhead.
Uncle
It just
Buckhead.
depends on the audience.
Right,
Oh
right.
gosh, that's
It really
good.
just depends on the audience. I don't
Mhm.
think though that that's making me or that's saying that I have a representative. That's just
Mhm.
saying that I can be liquid,
Okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
that I can flow
Right.
with whoever
Right.
my audience is.
Right.
And you
Right.
have to be able to know yourself so well to
Right.
where you're able to flow with whomever you come in contact with.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you're trying to be somebody else or have an
Mhm.
alter ego. That just
Mhm.
means that it's okay. I don't expect everybody to, say, "Oh yes, Sharon, how are you?" If you come up to me and you say, "What's up?" Okay, what's up? I'm gonna be like, "What's up?" You know,
Yep.
and I'm a pound a pound. We good, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, uh, she definitely knows. She just definitely knows about Bankhead and Buckhead.
Mhm.
So I don't think that you have to transition who you are, though. I
Right.
really
Yeah.
don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but ladies, on our in our comments, how many of you have sent out your representative?
Anybody else?
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Tell it because I told my truth. I
Yeah,
told it.
I did too.
Y'all come on. You
Phaedra
know,
says, I'm just me the same all the time. I don't put on airs for no one. She's who she
okay.
is. She's who she is.
Mm-hmm. She
That's
Bankhead
good.
and Buckhead.
I mean that's awesome. Okay, but why do you think? Okay, other than let's say lack of self confidence, low self esteem, what are some other reasons that people may find it difficult to actually just be who they are?
I just did
Yeah.
that to I just did that to get to
Or
y'all's attention.
what they call it,
That was
chicanery. In
that was
Chrissy's case, she
yeah,
was
I just did that to
that
get
was
the
her that was
bills
her
to get his
bait.
attention.
Right.
I didn't have
That
no
was
kind
her
of low
bait,
self
but then
esteem
she
and
did a
stuff at that
switch.
point.
That was her bait. She was like, okay, I'm gonna get you with this exercise, but then I'm gonna put these tennis racket, these tennis balls. I'm like, okay, I got you now. But
Ah, that was priceless, Chrissy. That was so priceless.
Oh God.
okay, here's someone. Leslie says, actually said, not I said another person that says no, they've never um, sent their representative in. Anybody else that has or hasn't, let us know in the comments. Let's see.
Yeah, I think, Cheryl, that a lot of times, especially women, single women, we have looked at the how can I say this? We've looked at the pickings,
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
pickings of men,
Yep.
and sometimes they just look slim. I'm not saying that they are,
Right.
but they look
Yeah.
slim. And
Yeah.
so it's almost a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do type thing
Yep.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're so ready to have that experience with a man or we're ready to have a spouse, and
Mhm.
especially if we think that our biological clock is ticking, then they are just trying to figure out how they can get this man's attention.
Right.
So
Mhm.
Right.
she said, "Oh my
Cuckoo
God."
for Cocoa Puffs.
She she knows that's my line.
Oh Lord.
That's my line.
Child. Well, and
But
that
yeah,
is true. I like how you said that. Sometimes it's we're in an environment where it seems almost competitive,
yeah,
if with that, for lack of a better word, so that you have women doing all kinds of things, to gain the attention
Mm-hmm.
of a man. So sometimes, yeah, you bring several representatives
Right.
to try to win. There's a question for you, Chrissy.
Well, let's just put it like this. The relationship panned out for 10 years because we got married after
Okay,
all of that.
she reeled them
Okay.
in.
So it did. It just, it dwindled. But all of that I did, let's put it this way. I was a whole lot slimmer than I am now because because I was I was, I was more active. I was very active back then.
I so can't with you, Chrissy. I so can't with you. I can't. I
Oh
can't
my God.
do you
Yeah, yeah.
tonight, Chrissy.
So, I
Oh,
mean, and guess what? And even now, after all that is done, I still got the blue and pink tennis rackets in the trunk.
She ready.
Sure. For
They're not
sure.
in the.
Because
man.
They're
hopefully
not. They're not in the closet. They in the
they in the
truck.
trunk.
They in the oh, well. Well, maybe your next one will play tennis as well.
I don't know about, no, we don't need that. We don't need
But I think you like athletic guys too, so I can kind of.
Yeah.
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 Can you tell or you just taking? I mean,
No, I can tell.
how? How?
I
Okay, you want me to tell you after the show? Or you want me to tell you now?
I think that's for the after party. Yes, yes. That's for the after party. Mm-mm,
Oh
We'll talk
Lord.
about
mm-mm,
that.
mm-mm. Nope. After party. After party.
One day we'll
Okay,
invite y'all to the after party. Y'all think?
okay,
Okay, I'm just
Oh,
throw this out here. Y'all think
yeah.
we have fun and we
Oh my
trip on live, but I promise y'all, every week after we get off, we're at least talking 30 minutes, just cutting up.
Yeah.
And we may have to do like something on Patreon or something where we let y'all in on the after
Invitation
party.
only.
Yeah.
Because
Invitation only.
Stumpkin said
Everybody can't handle
because
us.
because Stumpkin
Mm-mm.
said backstage that don't get said on the air.
Y'all have to pay for this.
So wait, ladies. Does this mean that we bring our representatives to the top
Girl, you own to something.
and then
You
and
own
then
big time.
You own to something.
backstage we talk about the, oh, see there, I got
Well,
it.
see, the
Yeah.
backstage, okay, we're personal with you all here, but we get like real,
Raw.
Yeah,
yeah,
we get really deep in the
yeah,
after party.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. Lori says, and that is problematic because we seem to be racing and lowering your standard. Also, the art of dating
Yeah.
is so obsolete now because we're rushing
Yep.
to experience. That is so true.
Yeah.
Rushing
Yep.
to
That is true.
experience a relationship that we don't even take time to know if this is a person that we want to be
Mm-hmm.
Right.
in some kind
Right.
of, monogamous, relationship with. And then when we get like,
Right.
if I
Yeah.
had dated you longer, I would have known. No, not the
Right.
one, not the one. But like you said, we're so quick to lock somebody down so we can say
Mm-hmm.
this one's mine, this one's off the
Yeah.
market, blah blah blah, and then you want to put him back on the market.
Right. But I think you just said something so key there, Cheryl, is the fact that when we are our authentic selves, we can get rid of the riffraff a whole lot quicker.
Yes,
Yeah.
We
yes,
Yeah.
can really send ourselves through, unnecessary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we go out as ourselves, we can pretty much be like, oh yeah, we're not meshing. We
right.
we
Yeah.
we we have no chemistry. Matter of fact, there is not one thing in the periodic chart that puts us together.
Right. And but that
Nothing.
could also be, and okay, I'm gonna hold that thought, and I'm gonna
Okay.
Yeah,
go
this
to Jamila's, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Jamila
We
or
we
yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's Jamila.
okay, Jamila? She says I had
okay.
a problem with trying to get accepted from a man. I guess you could say looking for love and in the wrong place. But as the years went by, life was a teacher. as the years went by and different situations that I experienced, I learned to focus on me.
Focus on me.
Yes, yes. And I love
Yes.
this where she says, Chrissy
Oh,
taught
I'm sorry.
a lot of the young women, as myself, never to settle and know our worth.
Yay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yay!
Yeah, because that's what we do
Yes.
when we're younger. We try to
Yeah.
impress, and we want them to think highly
All
of
that stuff.
us,
Yeah.
and so
Mm-hmm.
we do all this extra stuff, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but eventually he's gonna get to know, like Lori said earlier, eventually he's gonna get to know the real you. You
Exactly.
can't pretend forever.
Yep. Cause
Yeah.
that gets exhausting.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And you're gonna
Right.
have to.
Listen, I learned how to fish. I learned how to do all this stuff. The,
She girl, she working out, she doing tennis, she
I
fishing.
learned how to fish, bait the hook, throw it. I mean, I didn't know how to. Listen, I learned how to do all. Sharon
Oh
is just
God.
laughing. I mean, I learned
Oh,
how to fish and everything. Yep.
Chrissy, tonight you are so on it tonight. I
Girl,
have not
this
laughed this much at
outdoorsman
Chrissy for
is
a
what?
minute.
She's like,
But
I
I
am.
love the way Jamela said that she focused on her because
Yes.
Yeah.
and honey, you just said one of my favorite songs by her. Focus
Yeah.
on me. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's a good song.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Yeah. For all you people that saying we can't sing secular songs, yes, I do. Praise the Lord.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, that is so important. That's key. That is the key to focus on you because
Right.
when you go out there, how can you expect to tell somebody who you are if you have not taken that time to get to know who you are?
Right. Right.
And why do we
Mm-mm.
as women sometimes have that expectation that when a man comes in our life, he is the one that's going to tell us who we are?
Oh, that's
we
good.
we take on what he says,
That's good.
how he says. We view ourselves from what he says about us. If we're gonna view ourselves from what anybody says, it's only one father, and
Right.
that was sit
Yeah.
sits, as they say in the good Baptist church, he sits high and looks low.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the
Yes.
only
Yes.
one that can tell us, who we are. Sure enough, people can say, "You're beautiful, Sharon. You are so beautiful," and I'm still going to say thank you. But in the back of my head, right here on that part that can't nobody see, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I know. Yes, I told myself that."
Yeah.
We had that conversation earlier, but thank you for the
Being
confirmation.
confident.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you that you
I
think
do
so too.
appreciate it. So I'm not going to be arrogant and be like, "Yeah, honey, you ain't telling me nothing. I don't know." I'm still going to say thank
Right.
you, but you got to know that within yourself
True.
first.
Right. Right.
First.
True.
I
Very
don't think I
true.
ever I never looked for a man to tell me who I was because number one, I'm just too.
I'm bossy. I'm bossy.
I
Not
am
that song.
bossy. I am
Look, not that
whatever.
song. I, hey,
But I mean, and here's probably more so than the whole whatever I was about to say. But I am grateful that I had a father, an
yeah,
earthly father, that
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
affirmed me. So I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily looking for that kind of validation from a man because my
Yeah.
dad told me I was pretty. He told me I was smart. He told me I could do and be anything that I wanted to be.
yeah,
So
Yep.
I wasn't looking really for that kind of affirmation. Now, probably more so for me, it was more I wanted, like we talked about earlier, I wanted relationship because in our Christian circles, especially growing up, it was marriage almost was a defining moment
Yeah.
in life, and that if you didn't have marriage or if you weren't married, then it was almost like you were less than. And so I think I was probably
Mm-hmm.
going for marriage for the, not probably, but I was going for marriage for the wrong reasons because I felt like that was supposed to make me like a whole individual, a whole
yeah.
person, that I would be okay
Yeah.
then. And so he was in how do you say it, he was just an attachment that I needed for that to happen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that I wanted to be joined with this person because he was a great guy and I thought that, our
Right.
purposes were intertwined and that we would, we had great, chemistry, and it wasn't all of that. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he's a candidate for marriage, and so I was pushing stuff or going quickly into stuff without being sober about
Yeah.
who it was I was dating, who they were as a person, their character, all of that. I wasn't as focused on that as I needed to be a lot of the times. I was like, okay, he's cute, he's fine,
Right.
okay, let's date. It was just
Let's
dumb
date.
stuff. It was dumb stuff, but it's stuff that people get married off of.
True.
That is true.
True.
And that's
Very,
the stuff
very
that
true.
people get divorced off of. Because
Yeah.
you you know, it's just like, who are you? Paul I
Hmm.
know, Jesus I know, but who are you?
Right.
Yeah. And can I share this? I actually
Sure.
saw this today on Instagram. Now they use some kind of harsh words, so I'm gonna switch the words because they were using like the bitch
She said I
word
ain't gonna
and
cuss on here.
yeah,
Mhm.
and they also use niggas. So I'm just gonna switch it up, but you'll get the point because I say, oh, this will kind of go with what we're talking about. So it just says, and I'm gonna just say men instead of that word. It says
Yep.
men. It says men out here dating women's bodies and women out here dating men's pockets.
True.
Y'all do
Oh,
not love each other, and I hate everything about this generation. Y'all can have it. So this person was expressing themselves, and they're just saying that everybody's doing stuff for the wrong reason, and there's
right.
no love in it, and there's no love. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the relationships are less and less lasting because people got the wrong motives. They got the wrong
Right.
motives for trying to be with
Right.
someone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. I had a girlfriend, and she basically said exactly what you said in that meme. She said men are leading with their wallets, and then they
Mm-hmm.
get
Mm.
mad when she always has her hand out.
Yeah.
She said,
Wow.
and women are leading with their bodies. Now she didn't say it
Yep.
quite like this. She said women are leading with their bodies, and then she is mad when that's all you want. But we can't like
Mm.
lead with stuff that fades. Your
Yeah.
Yeah.
libido's not gonna last forever. Hopefully
Correct.
he'll be
Exactly.
rich forever. But anyway, that stuff is it's fleeting. It's fleeting. You could be a millionaire today and be
That
broke
she
And
was
today.
saying,
not
hopefully you'll
tomorrow.
be rich forever. That part.
Yep. And you can have a banging body today and your body is bloop tomorrow. Bloop, bloop.
Right.
Right.
So you just
So
Yeah.
you're so right. We
focus on the wrong
yeah, we look for
things.
the wrong qualities in
But
people.
attraction is good, but it's just
Necessary.
it shouldn't be that's all you so focused on is
Y'all are
just
killing me tonight. Y'all
what?
are
But
so
I
killing.
think it's she laughed because I said
Y'all
it's
are
It is
killing me.
necessary. It's necessary, but it isn't the end all be all. I know.
no, it's not the end all be because I mean I already told myself I'm not gonna just be looking at guys with muscles anymore. I'm just
What?
not gonna look at muscles. Nope.
What?
I'm not.
I'm
It's
teasing you.
somebody
I'm
choking.
teasing.
Listen. It's
Girl,
somebody choking in the
they
background
fearfully and wonderfully
after
made.
I said that. If somebody started choking in the background after I said I'm not gonna be looking at muscles no more.
They don't believe it either.
Look, those muscles were fearfully and wonderfully made.
And I
Hmm.
don't think
That
it's
they were.
anything wrong with wanting that, wanting a really
I,
Right,
fit, fine man. I think it's whatever our thing is, whether it is muscles, whether it is height,
right,
whether it is, his face looks a certain way, whatever that is, it can't be all. You know,
can't be
right.
all.
that's extra. That's like real, real good. But does he have character? Is he kind?
Exactly.
That part.
Does he have a good balance on life? Can he
Exactly.
pray? Like pray for
Right.
real? Like
Woo.
that. I ain't gotta pray for you all the time, do? Can you pray
Yeah.
for me some of these times? Sometimes I'ma need some prayer.
I'm gonna need to give you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna send you an offering. I'm gonna send you an offering just for that
Yeah.
part right there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing as
Yep.
well. We have sometimes we stop knowing that we are to look at body, soul, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
We just got this. What is it? Who is it? Megan the Stallion. song,
Mm,
body yada 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 yada. That's all we got on our mind. Body yada
Thank
yada
you.
yada.
No
What we
brains.
we don't get to the soul and the spirit.
true.
Right.
So
It's
true.
just let me. Oh, his body, he's so fine. But when you take off that, going back to the girdle, if he going home taking off a girdle and everything plop out, what happens when you see him for real?
Right.
and
Yes.
and then you're shocked and you're hurt and you're angry. So
Yep.
imagine how you feel when you see he sent his representative.
Right. Right.
Imagine
To
how
get
he
you.
feels.
Right.
Yep.
Imagine how you feel. you know it is not a fair shake when you send out your representative, because again, going back to what you guys said, that's built on a lie. And
Right.
nothing that is built on a lie is built on a firm foundation.
True.
So true.
So
That's
true.
that
So true.
stinking sand. I look, all
Yeah.
I got tonight is scriptures, honey. I got scriptures and secular songs. Which one y'all want?
Both.
Bring them all to Jesus.
Because
Both.
it says the man who built the house on the sand, and the winds came and the rains came
Yeah.
down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was nothing left. So
True.
you have to build it
Hmm.
on a firm foundation. That means you have to be able to know who you are and send out who you are.
True.
Authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. I mean, I don't mean go out picking your teeth and you got all kind of crud and stuff in your nose. Make yourself look presentable,
Right.
but
Exactly.
at the same time, don't fake the funk.
Right.
You know, I know
Hmm.
we used to say that line, fake it till you make it, because you may not
No.
make it.
That's right. That's
So you
right.
you can
No
no.
more faking it till you make it.
We don't have
Right.
time or
No more
energy. I
faking
never
it till
liked
you
that
make it.
saying. I'm not gonna fake it till I'm.
Yeah.
When I make it, I
I'm
make it.
yeah. I figured,
Yeah.
because here's the thing, people be looking at me like, Sharon, yes, your husband has been deceased for 22 years. Why haven't you married yet? Because Boaz is coming, not Bozo. There's a difference. I don't like shenanigans. And
Mm-mm.
if I have to
Yeah.
work so hard, and
Right.
if you're so far out of my league to where you're thinking, oh, I'm
That's
just too
true.
good for you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, may the Lord God bless you real good.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Cause because I'm out. But at the same time, if you just want to play all the time, now I love games. I love playing games and things of that nature. But I'm like Chrissy. I want to have some serious talks. I want to talk about politics and so on and so forth. What did Val say?
She say,
Talking about, so is it wrong to go out as a representative? I'll show the real me on the third date.
but you know what though? I think that a lot of people send a representative on the first date because you want to make a good impression. We
Hmm.
all do. Let me tell you, on a first date, I will eat so light and take almost all my food home. Get to that house is a whole nother ball game.
I'm gonna eat all
But
your
we
food.
all
That part, Sharon. Sharon.
see.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Sharon,
And so and see,
I was sitting up here like, you don't see this double chin. This double chin is here for a reason, baby. There are
I
plenty
will,
of
I will,
meals.
I will eat like a baby, just and be like, oh, I'm so full. I'll just take the rest home with me. Just.
Now, okay, now I will eat now, but in all fairness, there are other things that I do on the first date that are not probably authentic.
Like
But
what?
I'm gonna eat.
Right, right. Now there are other things I may do. I'm like Cheryl, I'm gonna make sure
I'm
I
gonna speak the
dress the
king's
part.
English.
Yes, I'm gonna speak. My diction is going to be good. I'm gonna look my best, and so. But I'm gonna get a real good meal. Trust and believe me. So you're
Dessert
going to
menu.
need to bring that wallet. That wallet is
Oh my god.
important.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh God.
Oh Lord.
I knew this was gonna be a good topic. I knew it was.
Well, and I think it's important too because it makes us kind of think about how we do show up.
Yep.
Are we being true to who we are?
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm going to speak proper diction and the King's English on the first few days, you will
The
eventually get to
first
see
few.
the country girl in me. It's because I can't hide her.
Yeah.
She's going to show up.
She's
Yeah.
coming
She
out.
is going to betray me someday.
Listen,
Right.
can I share with y'all what happened when I was dating this guy? So I kept it all pretty, and then so one night, I forgot something. We were laughing so hard, and I accidentally passed. What I did, I said, do you still like me? I said, do you still like me?
Oh God. That's
Girl,
the
I was
best.
not ready. I was not ready.
Christy. I'm gonna name this the Chrissy Show tonight. Cause baby, you have kept me in stitches tonight.
Girl, I probably would have
And
pretended. I probably like.
I would have been like,
He
look,
heard
Cheryl,
it.
I would have been like,
He
that
heard it.
garbage. That look.
No, 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 no. He heard it because I laughed so loud that he heard it. And so all I could do is say, "Do you still like me?" And he was laughing so hard, but he said yes. Just oh
Oh
God.
God. That
Lori,
was good.
that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I don't know how I would handle that. I'd be like, girl, I don't
I
even
was
know.
embarrassed though. I was embarrassed, but hey, if it was gonna last, that was the time for him to. I mean,
And it's
it was.
life. It's
It's
But you
life.
know what? That happens in some marriages though. That
oh
happens in
yeah,
some marriages where, the wife you will not relieve herself
anything.
in from that place, until her husband leaves or what have you,
Hmm.
but they will just not do it. I said, honey, that couldn't be me.
Now, okay. Now I would tell you my genteel Southern upbringing.
Okay.
We were always taught
Mm-hmm.
to excuse ourselves from the room. Like
Yeah.
just don't sit right there and don't do that to me. Just
I
don't do
didn't have
this.
time. I didn't have
Now,
time.
I know it
We were
snuck up on
laughing.
you.
We
Look.
were laughing, and it just pow. It just
It snuck
pow.
up on
Okay.
you.
but
But I mean,
and I get that.
it's your body, and this is. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Oh God, Leslie,
Oh,
Leslie, you are on time out. Leslie, you are on time out. Go to the corner right now.
oh my
Oh,
God.
Oh,
that's hilarious. Okay, I'm
Leslie.
sorry about that outburst. I saw that comment, and I.
I didn't know what was going on. Yes.
But I mean, it's life, and if you're gonna be married to somebody,
Yeah,
that's gonna
that's what
happen
I'm saying.
every day. Every
Look, you
But
may
it
have
just
to
wasn't
sing.
supposed to happen during the date. It wasn't supposed to happen during the date, but I mean,
You may have to sing the song. I'm coming out. I'm-
You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
oh God.
oh God,
Oh my
this
Lord.
right
I don't
here.
laugh so
I
my
so
jaw's
love this
hurting.
conversation.
My jaws are
This.
hurting.
Oh God.
but like we're saying, and I think Lori talked about it earlier about you have to be authentically who you are.
Yeah.
Let me pull this comment up. You have to authentically just be who you are, and that means you have to be confident enough to show a person all sides of who you are. Um,
Yeah.
Right.
I have a very very serious side. I have a
Mm-hmm.
very, as most people that watch the show know, I have a very goofy side,
Me
just
too.
just silly, just
Yep.
all whatever. Um, so I have a strong business side of me. There's so many facets of me. If I have to compartmentalize myself and not be able to show you like
Yeah.
all of who I am, and he does
Multifaceted.
too.
I'm
Right.
multifaceted. I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
and we have to give him the grace and the room to show us all
Hmm.
sides of himself too. So I think the more confident and comfortable you are in your own skin, then you could
Yep.
allow a person grace to be exactly who they are, and without the what is it? Without the pressure of
Mm-hmm.
and I think we talked about this a couple episodes before. So if y'all haven't seen any of if you're new here and this is your first episode and you haven't seen
Ooh.
our previous episodes, because we're on episode 8 of season 1, check out on YouTube all the other episodes. But we talked about how, oh, I lost my train of thought. And that's ridiculous, right?
Come on, train. Choo choo.
Come
Come
on,
on,
come
train.
back,
Come on
come
back.
back. But I really did. I'm like, what was I
On our previous episode, episode number.
That's ridiculous. I did just have a birthday, but anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Last Tuesday, we were supposed to celebrate, guys, the birthday.
Yes.
Everybody send some hearts, send some love. Put comments in the
Happy
chat to wish Cheryl
birthday
a happy
to
belated
Miss
birthday.
Cheryl.
She's still celebrating.
She's
So
still celebrating.
make sure you
Almost
I
send in
saw
the
you
Laura.
at the
chat.
beach. I saw you at the
Look,
beach.
Yes. Oh, I had so much fun. I had so much fun. It
make
wasn't
What
long
sure
beach did
you
you
enough,
go
guys
but
to?
send love.
oh, thank you all. Thank you. I had a great birthday. I had a great birthday, and that's
Nice.
not why I forgot what I was just saying, but
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
and I totally lost my train of thought. But anyway, whatever. Um,
But but
Go
here's
ahead.
the
I'm
thing
sorry. Go
too,
ahead.
though.
Thank you,
When
Phaedra.
we are our authentic selves, though, even if the relationship does not work out, you
Mm-hmm.
can still maintain that friendship.
True.
And I say that because I was a guy that I dated. Oh my God, it was probably in the 80s.
Hmm.
I dated him in the 80s, and we are still friends to this day. And I sent him a happy Father's Day. So yeah, he's not married, so let me just
Hmm.
put that out there. So won't nobody be like, oh, she's sending somebody married on Happy Father's Day. No, I need you to don't come for me because I ain't sent for you.
All
Uh
right.
Don't come, don't come
no,
for
but
me.
I sent him a happy Father's Day, and it was just sweet. Even though I was celebrating him, he came back with such a sweet message to me, just saying how and that I always be in his heart, will always have that bond and things of that nature. And I think that was because I was always authentic with him. I
Hmm.
was always myself, whether I
Real.
was happy, whether I was sad, whether I was glad, whether I was mad. It didn't matter. I was always authentic. So
Yeah.
we've maintained that friendship, throughout. Even though the relationship didn't last, it lasted for a while,
Right.
but we
Hmm.
have maintained that friendship. So I think we have been friends probably since about um 80, 80, 79, 80. We've
Oh,
been
that's
friends
Mm.
for that
awesome.
long.
Yes.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
always, you never know, it may not work out in the relationship,
Right.
but you being your authentic self may give you that good guy friend.
Yes.
Because I think
That's true.
every woman needs a good
Excuse me.
guy friend.
Hmm.
And I got one. I got one.
Somebody,
Good.
right, Chrissy, somebody that you
Yes.
could just talk to about anything,
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
you can share, where you are, what you're feeling about the relationship that you're in right now, or what
Right.
Mm-hmm.
have you. Everybody needs that good guy friend that they could just, tell things to, and get a male's perspective.
Right.
That part.
Right.
That
True.
part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's important. So
That
yeah.
That's
that
good.
is very very important. And seeing friendship first.
Yeah.
When God brings you in, seeing friendship as being an important start.
Hmm.
Even if nothing else, like you've been his friends, was that over 40 years now? Just
Yeah.
having just great friendships.
Wow.
So I
Yeah.
think that's important. I have
Yes.
had a blast on tonight. I hope you all have enjoyed this
Me too.
evening. If you have, let us know. Send us some hearts. If you haven't already, hit the like. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button as well. And let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it. We are having fun, y'all, and I cannot believe
I know.
that we are almost done with season one. We started
Exciting.
in May and we are almost done with season one. Next week
Yay.
is the our last episode for season one, and then we'll take a brief hiatus in July and we'll be back in August. But if y'all like having withdrawal or whatever, a couple of those weeks we're going to be on Instagram Live. So jump on over to Instagram Live in July. Two times in July we're going to just chop it up and do some our little questions of the days and whatever on Instagram Live. So you can follow me there. Short Time of Speaks will be there starting next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at
Cool.
7:30.
Yeah, and
And
send your topics. If you guys
yes,
got topics,
and let
send
me
them
say
in.
Yeah, that'll
yes,
be cool.
and especially for our last episode, we're going to do, y'all. I've been seeing these all over YouTube, and I've been wanting to do one. So we're going to do a mukbang. And what that is I know we're
Oh
all in
boy.
3 different locations, but
Yep.
it's just where we're gonna have some food and we're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna be hitting hot topics that have
Okay.
happened in the Christian world, hot topics that have been happening in our culture. So if you have a hot topic that you want us to discuss on our last episode, we want to hear from you. So you can either
Yes.
inbox either the three of us to let us know something you want us to talk about. There have been a few things that have happened in the Christian world that we're going to chop up on next week that are really, really interesting. And we're going to give you our take, but we're also going to ask you for your take on some issues. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you which ones. I want you to come and find out. But they have been swirling in the internets, in the interwebs these last few weeks. And yes, they've been breaking the internets and breaking Black Twitter.
Right. Right.
So we're going to talk about those on next week. So let us know if you have something that you want us to talk about um, on next week. And so we're so excited for y'all hanging out with us for our first season.
Invite
Yay!
somebody else.
Yay.
Yes,
Yay.
don't come alone. Like
Yes.
Sharon said, invite somebody to join you on next week. Thanks so much, Leslie. Glad you enjoyed it. We
Thank you,
always
Leslie.
enjoy you
Is
all's
Leslie out of
conversation.
timeout? Did we let Leslie come out of timeout?
We'll let it slide since we at the end of the show. We're gonna let her come out. We're gonna let her come out and play at the end.
Okay.
At the end. And we always end the show with one last thing. And to end this show, I want to talk, or I'm going to entitle this one last thing, Dear Black Single Church Girl.
Mm.
I want you to know that you are valuable and that you are valid and that you are worthy and that you don't have to bring a representative to any date that you go on because you are so beautiful in the eyesight of
Yes.
God, and that any man that gets you is going to be so glad that God chose you for him. So bring all of your beautiful self to him,
Yeah.
because he is going to be just the man that God has designed for you. And he's going to love all of you. Silly
Yes.
quirks, funny,
Yes.
serious, whatever you are, whatever package you come in, he is going to love that. So feel free to be exactly who God has called you to be. And if you have enjoyed this broadcast that we've been having all season long and you want to support it, there are several ways that you can do that. The first way that you can do that is on our Cash App. You can send that Cash App is also cash tag Cheryl Thomas Speaks. You can send it that way. You can also send it on PayPal, paypal.me/ Cheryl Thomas Speaks, or you can do buymeacoffee.com/ Cheryl Thomas to support what we are doing here. We love you all so much. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you all.
Jamila, thank you for joining. Phaedra, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining.
Jamila.
Yes,
Thank
Lori,
you,
thank you so
Phaedra.
much. We
Lori.
appreciate
Thank you
you because
guys.
y'all help make
Yes.
the show. Being able to talk and converse
Yes.
with you all is what
Absolutely.
makes this fun and exciting for us, and we love it. And we pray that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And we'll
Yes.
see you. Remember, if you're on Instagram, join us on Instagram next Tuesday at 7:30. We're gonna jump on early there, and then we're gonna come over here at 8. So 7:30. We look to see you on Instagram Live.
I'll be in another state. Bye.
She's always traveling somewhere, thanks to God. But we love it.
Where is Sharon?